Welcome, Lacrosse fans, to Shawna and Marcus's post-game show from the car, from the parking lot of the Q Arena. And this was Game 8 of the Victoria Shamrocks WLA Season 2015. Victoria wins against the Coquitlam Adanacs 10-9. And you are with me, Shawna, as I said, and Superfan Marcus. Marcus, here we are, back again for another post-game show this season. I know you want to touch on a few issues tonight, so let's talk about Corey Small's performance this evening, and the small factor, as you refer to it as.
Corey was spectacular tonight, definitely the game breaker. The connection of Small, Dutch, and Conway would carry the load on offense, no question about that. Rest of the team was a little spotty. Leung played really well. Jesse King was fantastic, probably the best player on the floor. Adanac goaltending was definitely superb. Adanacs probably deserved to win the game, but they just didn't have the firepower.
I'd like to go back to your comment about Jesse King. Now, we remember Jesse King when he scored that hat trick.
Game 1, Man Cup.
Yeah. And I mean, it was exciting, and he was a young player, and we see him come out tonight, and he's got a lot of finesse, and he really,
ton of stick skills,
and you know, he has got the potential for being not a good lacrosse player, but for being one of the great lacrosse players. If he keeps it up, he's got the heart, and man, he's got the talent. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do, and I think that, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that we could see him up there with the greats, like one of the Gate brothers. You're hearing it here from me first. I know that's going out on a limb, but I love that kid. So there you go. Another
He's a great player, no question about it.
We love that kid.
I don't know about a Gate. That's a little strong, but Jesse's there's not many better.
Yeah, there's not many better in lacrosse right now. So let's talk about it was a back and forth game tonight. It wasn't a really scrappy game. It was a quick game. It was a lot of back and forth goals. You can see by the score it was 10-9 in the final. What do you think about the Victoria Shamrocks lacrosse defense tonight?
I didn't think the team was sharp tonight at all. I didn't think the offense was sharp besides those three guys that I mentioned. And like I say, Leung and King were good, really good, but they weren't connecting a lot. They're missing a lot of passes. The defense, way too many gaps in the defense, not strong enough, and not a lot of defensive pressure by the Shamrocks, and complete inability to stop the Adanacs from scoring. The Shamrocks would score, and the Adanacs would score on the next shift. That happened repeatedly, and it was almost a difference in the game. If the Shamrocks hadn't gone on the brief run they did at the start of the third period, the Adanacs would have won the game. And I think, based on the first two periods and most of the end of the third, the Adanacs probably should have won the game.
I was pretty surprised and impressed every time I looked up and thought, "Ooh, who was that player that did that?" And it was Veltman tonight. Do you have anything to say about Veltman?
Veltman's one of those guys who you don't seem to notice that much. At least I don't seem to notice that much. And then all of a sudden he scores a huge goal for you, like he did tonight. He's a good long-range shooter. I don't know if he's quite found his stride yet. For me on the team, I don't know, but the whole team felt like that tonight. They just were a little discombobulated. I guess some new guys back, and Dawson was there, and then Dawson's not there. Guys coming and going. They just seemed a little out of sync on all ends of the court. I got to say, Cody came in and played great. The young kid, we all know.
Shout out to Cody's mom. I'm sure you can breathe a sigh of relief tonight, because we know what it's like sitting beside you during the game. We love you. And
he came off the bench tonight, and he played really, really well. And
he really did.
He probably helped bail him out, because certainly I don't know if it was Royk's fault at all or anything like that, but we score, they would score, we would score, they would score. Like I say, those are the goals that kill you.
Well, I think when we wind up tonight, I mean, I think that the one thing that we haven't discussed is the big pickup from the Victoria Shamrocks team of, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name, is it Prioli? And if anybody... Parolo, that's right. Parolo. And now he's playing on the same team as Rory Smith, who has never been your favorite player, being a Shamrocks fan, but now he's a Shamrocks, so, you know, you're not against him. But if anybody wants to have a good laugh tonight and watch something that's better than watching our show, which is pretty much anything, just Google Priolo and Rory Smith fights in the NLL, in Major League Lacrosse. It's a lot of fun. So, anyways, fans,
if you're a fight fan, they're good fights. Let's not end without saying that best player in the game tonight, number 35, Shoot, the goaltender for the Adanacs. He was great tonight. Spectacular saves. Stoned Leung time and time again. He was definitely the best player out there.
Okay, well, thanks, Superfan Marcus. I'm sure everybody missed you, and we may come back next week, and we may not.
Everybody missed me or this show, but thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, and we'll be back again when we feel like it. So good night, everybody, and rock on, bleed green.